Sure. Well, it could have been a much different game. I thought we jumped out. Obviously, we really carried the play about the first 7-8 minutes. And I thought we had a lot of really good chances. Jamie Phillips, the goaltender, stood tall at that time. The goal, we gave up the first goal. I didn't like how we responded right afterwards. I thought our next shift or two after that was poor. They jumped up to a 2-0 lead. I thought we settled down. And then, again, we took too many penalties. But I think a lot of cases, it was a case that we ran to a pretty good goaltender in Jamie Phillips. We generated some chances, particularly early on when the game was on the line. And then disappointment on my end, though, like the penalty Brandon Ansel-Meade took. I thought that was really I don't know a way to say it, a dumb penalty. And here we got Darren Smith, a freshman goalie, his very first time out there, and we wanted that to be a good experience. Then put us down 5 minutes was really, and he'd already gotten a 2-minute minor early in the period. I don't know what was going through his mind at that point, but it certainly isn't the kind of hockey we want for Bulldog hockey. I'm very disappointed in that. The guys battled through, though. They were able to kill that 5-minute major, so that's on the positive side. So I think the lessons coming out of tonight is, we played really well early. I thought as time went on, when things were kind of clicking offensively, although we weren't scoring, we started gambling too much. We got caught up ice, gave them a number of odd man rushes, although our goaltender stopped those. I thought we just started a riverboat gamble and got out of our systems. So we need a little more systems discipline. When things are going well for us, but we're not getting on the score sheet, it doesn't mean to open it up even more. I thought we had played well enough and we're structured enough in our systems to generate plenty of good scoring chances. Okay, it's not going in. The goalie's playing well at the other end of the rink. We just need to learn to stay on task. But the case was we didn't. We got off a script. And consequently, the second half of the game was not a very good second half for us.
Harrison Watt from the Bulldog Sports Network. What was the explanation you received from the officials on that first goal that Charles Williams gave up?
Well, we couldn't tell from the bench, but give the refs credit. Butch, a very seasoned official, he called it no goal on the ice. And then he wanted to review to see if Charles Williams' glove was inside the net when he caught the puck. From the overhead camera, obviously I'm not privy to that view, but from the overhead camera, Butch went in, did his due diligence, said it was, it had to be because there was no goal call on the ice, but he said it was without a shadow of a doubt. He was convinced the glove was inside the net when he caught the puck, in which case it is a goal. So I was satisfied with his reasoning on it. I thought he did the right thing to do, and we've got the overhead cameras for a reason, and good on him. He made the right call, and I'd expect that same type of call the other way, and I'm sure it would be. But I give him credit. He followed the protocol. He did everything correctly, and it's a good goal.
Talk about the play. Your goaltenders tonight. They were left out to dry a little bit, but what were you able to surmise from the play of both goaltenders that were in the game tonight?
Well, Charles Williams, I'm sure, would tell you he'd like to have that game back. I can't say he had a good game. He didn't. He struggled, was back in his crease. When goalies are back in the crease, you can see they're kind of off their game, if you will, a little bit. And, in some respects, it's to be expected. He hasn't played in a year and a half. He played 2 very good games last weekend. Now it's his task to make sure he's ready to play the following weekend. And I thought Darren, he probably wants to have the 5th goal back. That was a wraparound. It's one at this level. He should have. But nevertheless, I thought he played pretty well for, a guy got thrown into it. And we spent a lot of time on the penalty kill. I did think the guys that were out there worked as hard as they could on the penalty kill to try to give them that good experience and some confidence. But Charles is a very good goaltender, and just one of those nights where I don't think he was completely on his game. And the other thing is when you only get one goal yourself, it's there's a lot of different components of our game we got to take a look at.
Got to turn around and do it again tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. What's the message to the team tomorrow morning when you get back here?
Well, I think the first thing I do is address a couple of the undisciplined penalties in the third. We're down, we're frustrated, but that's uncalled for, and there's nothing positive that comes out of that. I don't know what was hoped to be achieved by that, but that's the first thing I'll address. And then beyond that, We'll talk about, the bad, but we'll also talk about some of the good. And the fact that, okay, when things are going well and we're playing well, but maybe it's not ending up in the net and all of a sudden we're down one, doesn't mean all of a sudden we go off script. We got to stay with and I think that's the maturity this team's going to have to take if they want to become more than just average. You've got to, you've got to, as a group, as a collective group, not panic and stay on script, and we didn't. And we did have one really good line tonight, though. I really, really liked the way Babinski, McDonald, and Maloney played. I thought they really had a strong game. Now for them, they got to bring that again tomorrow night. We got to get the other three lines joining them.
Coach, thank you so much for your thoughts.
Great, thank you.